Hey, Insanely Awesome Nation, Sunil Saxena coming to you from my new home studio here. Kind of put this together real quick so I can record some quick videos and get them out to you and hopefully drop some knowledge on you to make you a better person and help you live the insanely awesome life. It's about 7:30 in the morning and I've been working on my miracle morning today. Got up around 5 a.m., already been to the gym, did about an hour's worth of work. And if you guys struggle in the morning at all, definitely read Hal Elrod's book, Miracle Morning, because it's changed my life, and I would highly recommend you read it as well. What I'm here to talk to you today is about positive thinking. Now, this is a kind of a cliched, almost overused type of thing. And I was at a conference maybe a year ago, and we were kind of this topic came up, and one of the people at my table said, "You know, I don't know about this positive thinking. You can't always just be positive about everything. What about when bad stuff is going on in life?" And she brought up an excellent point, and I want you to understand this this concept because it's a little bit more nuanced than just, okay, you always got to be positive. It's not about always being positive. In life, bad shit is always going to be there. In fact, that's a title. That's the title of one chapter in my book. Massive Action Equals Massive Results. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, definitely go to Amazon and check it out. But the point is that no matter who you are, whether you're a celebrity, an athlete, just more of an everyday person, you always have bad shit. So there's always stuff that's going to be going on that's not going to be ideal. There's never this state where it's 100% good. So the question becomes, what do you do when there's bad stuff in front of you, whether it's a lot or a little bit, or a big thing, or something relatively small. So it's not about just kind of saying, okay, well, I don't know, I'll use an example. My dog just died, something kind of negative. It's not like just being happy all the time. It's about dealing with that situation properly. That's what it is. So let me give you kind of three things that I want to talk about here. The first thing I want to talk to you about is struggle. And there's a great book called The Hard Thing About Hard Things. And you can check it out on Amazon. And the author there talks a lot about this concept of struggle. And really, struggle is what makes you successful. It's what makes you who you are. So again, when you're struggling, whether it's an emotional situation like your dog died or something, maybe a career issue that is not going the right way, remember that's when you're developing your character and you're actually improving. So that's one way to use, kind of power of positive thinking is that don't look at struggle as negative. Definitely look at it as positive, because you're making who you are in those moments. It may not feel like it in those moments, but you definitely are. The second thing is failure. Man, I love this word failure. It obviously has a negative connotation, but to me, we need a new word to like literally make it a positive, because failure again is a critical ingredient of success. If you look at a company like Amazon, which is just growing like crazy, doing incredible things, changing the world, to me, one of the reasons they are successful is because the founder, Jeff Bezos, is okay with failure. He actually encourages it if done from a learning standpoint. So in a lot of companies, you'll get fired if you don't meet your objectives or if you fail. But at Amazon, it's actually encouraged, again, as long as we're learning and moving forward and becoming better. You cannot be an innovator. You cannot be on the leading edge of things if you're not failing. You have to have some level of failure. I liken it to like, baking a cake. You have to have flour. And I know for you guys out there, there is such thing as flourless cake, but stick with me here. You got to have flour to bake a cake. So failure is just one of those critical ingredients. So again, when you fail, it's not about just saying, oh my God, yay, I failed, and I'm just going to have a positive mind frame. It's about saying, oh, you know what? Okay, I failed. This is actually a good thing. Let's look at it. Let's analyze it, see how I can be better next time, and go from there. I think a lot of you have heard of the cleaner called Formula 409. If you go to their website, the reason the inventor called it Formula 409 is that because he failed to get the formula right 408 times, and finally on the 409th time he got it right. So again, that's, to me, every time I fail, it's almost reflexive now. I don't get into that negative state. I may not be like overjoyed that I failed, but I'm definitely like immediately looking to learn from it. What can I do better next time? And how can I, use this as experience instead of negative? And The third thing I want to talk to you about is your uncomfort zone. That's, again, another chapter in my book, Massive Action Equals Massive Results. And I actually came up with that term, uncomfort zone, because basically it's the opposite of your comfort zone. And to me, that's really where the magic happens. So, again, that's a place that you may struggle. That's a place that you may fail. But trust me, you should systematically always be doing something that pushes you out of your uncomfort zone, pushes you out of your comfort zone into your uncomfort zone. To me, it's almost like every month I have something I'm working on that gets me into my uncomfort zone. Right now it happens to be a physical challenge with my cardiovascular conditioning. Since about 2013, I really kind of got out of shape, basically from a cardio standpoint. I was going to the gym lifting weights, but I used to play a lot of tennis, and because of a lot of things I have going on, I just kind of haven't played tennis much at all. So finally, over the last 45 days, I found a new program that's really, really working well. And I can tell you, the first 3 days, three days to even like the first week was really, really difficult, because this particular program includes a lot of treadmill, running on a treadmill, about 50% of the program. And to me, like I've never been a runner. I hate to run. Again, I'm a tennis player. That type of movements I'm actually fairly good at. I've been doing it 20 years, so I better be good at it. But just kind of that running has just never been my thing. So even though I was not in physical pain, my legs were just kind of achy and sore, and I just, very, very often in the workouts, I just I want to quit. I don't want to do this. Had to take some breaks. But literally within about the first week, my legs kind of got used to it. It's not that big of a deal anymore. All of that stuff is gone, and I'm kind of almost starting to look forward to it because I'm getting the results. So I know if I just keep doing it, it's just going to keep going and going. And I'm, again, like about 45 days into it. I'm estimating I've got about 25% of my total of where I want to go with my end result. So, even if it takes me another year to get this done, I'm fine with it, as long as I eventually get there. And a year, when you're looking at your overall lifespan and health, is not that long. So again, I would really encourage you to always get out of your uncomfort zone. Unfortunately, that is where you will struggle. If you're not struggling, it's not your uncomfort zone, and you may fail, but that's okay. Just keep going. And again, the idea here is that it's not like, oh my God, let's celebrate and have a party because we failed or we're struggling, but let's definitely look at it as a positive, because without question, I can tell you everything I've accomplished in my life that's positive has come through struggle and failure. So I just want to leave you with that. That's how to look at, have this kind of positive outlook. It's not just about going around and being like in a party mode all the time. And I think it's a nuanced point that a lot of people get confused with. They think it's just, I gotta be positive, and I can never feel negative, and I can never kind of experience the emotion of negativity. That's fine. You as a human being, you're going to experience emotions. You can't stop emotions from coming. You can try, but if you suppress your emotions, they're just going to come back stronger at some point. So it's not about suppressing a negative emotion and just always being positive. It's about dealing with the situation and putting the right frame or picture around it, and then you can move forward. And if you experience negativity or whatever, any emotion opposite of positive, it's okay. Let yourself experience it. Just understand that it's gonna come, it's gonna go. Let it kind of go through you, but again, don't let it kill you or stop you. That's the big thing. It's just understand that this is just the way the life works. So hopefully that helps. I look forward to you guys always having a positive attitude like I'm talking about, even though we know it's not always like, celebration. And again, check out our website, insanelyawesomelife.com. We've got some great blog articles on there. And like I'm saying, check out my book, Massive Action Equals Massive Results. And I do have a new book coming out, 30 Days to Awesome. It talks about a 30-day challenge, and that should be out in early 2018. So check that out as well. So until next time, make sure you are being insanely awesome every day.